We're a farming community, essentially, so we get a lot of kids who know a lot about farm equipment and farming itself and gardening. So we're definitely not a big city. Port Byron is very small. Port Byron is about 20 minutes outside of Syracuse. We're just a very kind of relaxed community.
We have one campus, so we have them from kindergarten all the way up through senior. So I see my students from all my former years here, and I've watched them graduate, and so that's really unique.
Teachers here work well together. We collaborate quite a lot. We're always trying to improve. And I think when you stop doing that, that's a disservice not only to you, but to the students as well. We have teachers here who truly care about students understanding what they're learning and understanding the worth of an education. I think that's important.
We never had a tool that could tell us, like, this is where this student is, not where your class is or where this group is, but where this certain student is. What are they working on right now? And then how do we get them to the next level? And what skills can the teachers work on? What can they talk about with parents so that it's not so overwhelming? There's so many skills in math. And when we can break it down for teachers and for students and for families, it makes it much more tangible. So Success Maker gave us those pinpoints for each individual student that we never had before.
Success Maker has really made that very clear to us as administrators and teachers to see where it is that our instruction is faltering and what can we do to help them move through that. I use this as a tool in my classroom. So this is not just, I'm going to stick the kids on this for 15 minutes so I can get report cards done. This is, they're going to be on it. I'm going to be walking around helping. I'm also taking notes in my notebook and saying, okay, I got to go over this later in my intervention group because I see several kids are struggling with, time or whatever the skill might be. And so I'm using it as a teaching tool as well, so that then when they have it again, they feel successful.
If they're on Success Maker, I know that they're working at their level. And it just helps me to relax a little bit because I feel that Success Maker is pinpointing those areas where the kid needs their own personalized individual instruction. Success Maker and the way that it's presented to students is very engaging. It's bright, it's colorful, it's interesting. So it does catch more students than maybe some other programs that I've used.
My favorite part of Success Maker is shapes and sorting the shapes to the matches and sizes and symbols and trying to guess how much which picture it is and how much picture it got on the sides.
I do monthly awards for the kids. So for each classroom and each grade level, it's based on different things that you can gain from the report. So I just keep a spreadsheet and hand out awards at the end of every month. So I go to classrooms and pull out students and say, hey, you won the Success Maker Award for this month. And they're so excited. And we put their picture up on our digital display board because they know that, I want them to know that the work that they're doing matters and that we see that and we're acknowledging it.
Success Maker is amazing in what it does. And, they are engaged with it, and it's right at the right level for this group of students. Like, this has worked so well for these kids.
All of my students made at least 1 year's growth except one who made 0.77. So what I found from that is that the data shows that it works.
We had a parent come back for a board meeting and he said, I can't believe how smart my daughter is. I'm so proud of her and how she's doing with math. He's like, I was not good at math when I was in school. And now look at her, she might be a doctor one day. She might be this one day, So hearing that, just that one little certificate, because their child excelled that month in Success Maker, made that parent rethink and reframe maybe what they thought about, math before. So those things that go home to parents, I think sometimes we think that it's just a certificate or it's just a note, but it makes a big difference.
A big push of ours is to do our very best to keep parents and grandparents and guardians aware of what we're doing and how they can help. If you can get the kids on board at school and you can get the parents and guardians on board at home, it can make such a difference.
It's not a magic wand, it's going to take time to really see a change in percentages for test scores, and that's okay. We're ready to keep going and keep moving and giving kids what they need. But to have this tool has really helped us move in that direction, because before we were just kind of like, oh, where do we go? What do we do next? So at least we have something that we know is working, and we're going to continue it over the years.